Welcome to our Week 8 power rankings, starting off in the Super Bowl contender tier. The Detroit Lions, I think they have to stay. I mean, nothing in that game made me think that they weren't.
Yeah, no discussion needed on that one.
Houston Texans. This is kind of, I guess, I'm on the fence about. I'm fine with leaving them here. I mean, it was a very close loss to another Super Bowl contender, so I don't know how I can move them down. I feel like they have to stay as well.
No, absolutely. Again, you always get when you're a good team and you lose against another really good team, it's kind of like it is what it is. As long as you didn't get blown out or anything, it could have gone either way. We wouldn't move either team up or down off of that. So yeah, it is what it is.
Chiefs remain undefeated, so they remain in the Super Bowl contention until they lose. And even if they lose one, I don't think they will.
They could lose 70
Yeah.
to nothing, and I don't think we're moving them down.
70 is crazy. If they lost 70 to nothing to the Panthers or the Browns, I think we might have to.
All right, yeah, all right. No, in the alternate black hole dimension that happens in, maybe, but
Minnesota Vikings, they were the one that lost to the Detroit Lions in another close game. I think they're got to stay as well. That's one
same
loss.
reason as the Texans.
Yeah. Washington Commanders destroy the Panthers and Marcus Mariota. I think they have to stay once again.
What a plot twist! Week
What
7,
a fucking plot twist.
Week 7, we got the Commanders. What a plot twist!
Baltimore Ravens, they also have to stay because of the fact of what they just did to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They look great. All the Super Bowl contenders, I feel like, are going to stay. We got the Green Bay Packers next.
Yeah, no discussion. Yeah, zero discussion on the Packers because as we just said about the Texans, who they beat. I mean, if they're not Texans aren't moving down, the Packers sure as hell ain't moving down.
Yeah, I don't know. Super Bowl contenders, I don't, and no movers up or down. Crazy. Tampa Bay Buccaneers playoffs. I feel like without Chris Godwin and without Mike Evans, they're probably gonna have to move down.
For right now, I have no problem moving them down. And no, maybe no spoilers, but I feel like there might even be another NFC South team that we might see move. It might be a rough week for the NFC South.
Yeah. Buffalo Bills, I think they got to stay in the playoff tier. I mean, I'm not ready to move them up off a win versus the Titans.
Yeah, no, definitely not yet. But they're getting real close.
Are the Pittsburgh Steelers Super Bowl contenders? Are they?
With that defense, if Russ can keep cooking, I think we got to give the Steelers a week to get back, Hunter. I think we got to give the Steelers fans a reason to go crazy. I think off of this week,
Steelers fans are
I
ecstatic.
think they should be doing backflips.
Atlanta Falcons. Back down the middle of the pack, dude. They keep going up and down, up and down, up and down.
That's why the list is fluid, though. Again, I mean, if you're a Falcons fan, you want to sit here and disagree with that, that's fine. But again, I don't think if you're sitting here with a straight face, you're not putting on your full-blown fan cap, that you can't sit here and tell me that they have given any reason to say that they're surely playoff contenders.
Chicago Bears are on a bye. They don't move anywhere. San Francisco 49ers. Down. They are
This is shocking.
500.
Commanders Super Bowl contenders, Niners middle of the pack, week 7. This is the plot twist. Hashtag they would have said we were on substances, Hunter.
They would have. Middle of the pack tier. So we only have 2 playoff teams right now.
Oh, we know who's moving down right off the bat.
New York Jets are an any given Sunday team at this point because they do have the talent on defense. The offense looks like shit still. And they've pretty much exhausted every option they could have done.
Yeah, they're out of excuses. Bottom line, like at this point, it's kind of like, yeah, everybody has to own it. It's on everybody, and that's the worst situation to be in.
The Chargers are now 3-3. I mean, 500 is like exactly middle of the pack. They barely lost to the Cardinals, who are any given Sunday.
They have the definition of middle of the pack, I'd say.
But are they middle of the? All right,
right now for sure. I don't think it's gonna. I don't necessarily think it's gonna last all year, but like I'd say right now they're basically squarely the definition going into this point of the year.
Yeah, I mean, I just think about like the Los Angeles Chargers, and the reality is, I want to see who they. I want to look at who they beat. They beat the Raiders, they beat the Panthers, and they beat the Broncos. They lost to the Cardinals, Chiefs, Steelers. So any team they played good, they've lost. Any bad team. So yeah, I don't know. Would that be any given Sunday?
I think for right now they're still middle of the
All right,
pack,
all right,
but
all right.
I don't won't be surprised if we have to move them down soon.
Indianapolis Colts.
Let's just can we just call it for what it is? If Anthony Richardson's out there, they're any given Sunday. If Joe Flacco's out there, they're the middle of the pack.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. Philadelphia Eagles. Are we moving them up or are we moving them down?
We're
No,
moving
not
them
down.
up.
Yeah, up. I don't
I
know
say
why
we're
I said
moving them
down.
up just because look, they should be a playoff team. They are. They really basically are a playoff team. And again, if they find a way to not make it, we already know what the writing on the wall is.
Yeah.
We know who we're leading it back to. We've already discussed it. It's Sirianni, so it's on Sirianni's shoulders, and he's going to do what he's going to do. But they have everything they need to be a playoff team. So
Seattle Seahawks, they're going to move up. They dominated the Falcons.
yeah, no, them and the Falcons are doing a little swap, and I think rightfully so.
Now we are moving into the any given Sunday tier. We have the Las Vegas Raiders, who I believe are going to move down to the basement at this point.
Oh yeah, I was going to say they are definitely getting sent down to join the basement club for the first time this year, I do believe. But the writing is very squarely on the wall.
Any given Sunday for the Cardinals kind of feels right.
Right now, I don't know though. I feel like they might have worked themselves to the middle of the pack for a week here, Hunter.
You think? I don't know. I don't know if I feel like they did enough to move up. Like they barely beat the offensive-less Chargers.
It's tough. It is.
Okay, let me ask you this. Would you Okay. Do you think they would beat I mean, they beat the 49ers.
And they kept it really close against the Lions. I feel like that's why I want to say they're middle of the pack because it's not
I'll move them up. I'll move them up.
I think it's fair this week. Again, it's very fluid. It's not likely to stick around all year, but
Los Angeles Rams. I feel like any given Sunday is still true until they get their guys back.
yeah, I was gonna say we can't knock them too much because the situation is just atrocious. And we talk about it all the time, but McVay and Stafford.
Cincinnati Bengals, middle of the pack, or an even Sunday?
I think it's only right to move them up off the win. And yes, they have Joe Burrow, and Joe Burrow's playing amazing, but they're definitely still not a good team.
Yeah.
That's bottom line.
New York Giants. I mean, the reality is like they can beat teams, but that performance against the Eagles was so bad.
But they're a pretty basement situation too. So it's like I would say moving them down. There's nothing wrong with it. I think that
Should we just keep them here right now?
Would they get one more week?
One more week.
We'll
Dallas
be generous.
Cowboys were on a bye. New Orleans Saints.
I would say I'm not kidding when I say this. They are going to the basement this week. They are this close to going to NFL hell. I'm saying as a Saints fan, they are this close.
Denver Broncos. I feel like middle of the pack suits them right.
No, for sure. I would say they're definitely getting move up.
New York. Oh, we already moved on. Jets. All right. Basement tier. We have the Miami Dolphins. Think they got to stay just because we know what they're going to be when Tua gets back. Like they'll probably be more middle of the pack. But I mean, listening to the Anthony Richardson led Colts is pretty embarrassing as well.
Yeah, we gotta let them show us that they're gonna move up. They should, they very likely will, but we can't jump the gun. We gotta let them move it themselves.
Tua wasn't coming back, they'd definitely be in NFL hell.
No, for sure. They definitely would be.
New England Patriots, I feel like they stay in the basement. They showed enough to me where they just don't look like a horseshit team. So
Drake Mays keep them out of NFL hell.
Yeah. Cleveland Browns will remain in NFL hell, especially
so much worse this week.
So much worse.
They're in NFL black hole. They're in the NFL. There's nothing worse than hell. They're in the bottom pit of NFL hell.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's the worst situation.
They're even okay.
No, the Panthers are actually even worse somehow.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Panthers are next. Like
somehow,
if you had to take over one organization, would it be the Browns or the Panthers? And I would definitely take over the Browns because they do have some talent on their roster.
Yeah, I was going to say somehow the Panthers are in a worse situation.
Panthers stopped out by Marcus Mariota. That's pretty bad. I'd rather lose to Joe Burrow than Marcus Mariota.
Yeah, no, for sure. By one possession on top of that.
Tennessee Titans stomped out by the Bills. I think they're going to stay in NFL hell.
Yeah, there's just no discussion even to be had. I mean, the Titans are, with all the money they invested, that's an NFL hell situation.
I think the Jaguars get to move up.
No, I would agree too. They're still in a very bad situation, but it's not a hellish situation.
No, no. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been our Week 8 Power Rankings. If you don't know ball and want to know ball, be sure to subscribe, leave a like, let us know in the comments who is ranked too high and who is ranked too low.